Today, we're diving into the world of computer viruses, the digital plagues that have terrorized users for decades. We're talking about the ones that made headlines, caused global panic, and cost billions in damages. Ever wondered what happens if you actually install one of these malicious programs? What actually goes down on your screen and in your system? We're going to break it down, one virus at a time. From the iconic I love you bug to the infamous MyDoom, we're about to get up close and personal with the most notorious viruses in history. We'll explore their ingenious and sometimes not so ingenious methods of infection, the havoc they wreaked on individual computers and global networks, and the lasting impact they've had on cybersecurity. Get ready to explore the dark side of the digital world. It's going to be a wild ride. Let's get started. Picture this. It's the year 2000, the dawn of a new millennium. You open your email and find a message titled, I love you, with an attachment that appears to be a text file. Driven by curiosity, or maybe just a little bit of loneliness, you click it. Little did you know, you've just unleashed one of the most destructive computer viruses in history. The I love you virus, cleverly disguised as a love letter, spread like wildfire through email attachments. Once activated, it went to work, overwriting your files, stealing your passwords, and replicating itself to everyone in your address book. This wasn't just some harmless prank. This virus caused billions of dollars in damage worldwide, affecting businesses, government agencies, and individuals alike. It was a stark reminder of how vulnerable we are in the digital age. But amidst the chaos, there's a valuable lesson. Never underestimate the power of a catchy subject line and our innate human desire for connection. In 2004, a new digital outlaw emerged, MyDoom. This wasn't your average virus, this was a worm, a self-replicating program designed for one purpose, to spread. And spread it did, becoming the fastest spreading email-based worm ever recorded. MyDoom's strategy was simple yet brutally effective. It hijacked infected computers, turning them into spam-spewing zombies. These infected machines flooded the internet with even more copies of MyDoom, creating a massive botnet capable of launching devastating denial-of-service attacks. Imagine millions of computers all trying to access a single website at the same time. That's a denial-of-service attack, and MyDoom made it its specialty. Websites crashed, businesses were crippled, and the internet itself slowed to a crawl. MyDoom highlighted the growing threat of botnets and the sheer scale of damage that could be inflicted through coordinated cyber attacks. It was a wake-up call, reminding us that even the most sophisticated systems are vulnerable to exploitation. The year is 2003. Businesses are just beginning to recover from the slammer worm when a new threat emerges, the SoBIG worm. This malicious program spread like wildfire, infiltrating systems through email attachments and exploiting vulnerabilities in Windows operating systems. SoBIG wasn't content with just infecting computers, it wanted to cripple the internet itself. It flooded networks with massive amounts of spam, overwhelming servers and slowing down internet traffic to a crawl. But SoBIG's most insidious trick was its ability to download and install other malicious programs onto infected machines, turning them into ticking time bombs. The cost of this digital chaos? Billions of dollars in lost productivity, system repairs, and cybersecurity measures. SoBIG became one of the most costly viruses in history, leaving a trail of digital destruction in its wake. The SoBIG outbreak was a harsh reminder that the digital world is constantly evolving, and with it, the threats we face are becoming more sophisticated and more dangerous. Get ready for a cybersecurity thriller because the story of Conficker is one for the books. This highly sophisticated worm emerged in 2008, wreaking havoc on Windows systems worldwide. Conficker was a master of disguise, exploiting a vulnerability in the Windows operating system to infect millions of computers, from home PCs to government networks. Once it infiltrated a system, Conficker turned it into a zombie, adding it to its ever-growing botnet army. This army of infected machines became a formidable force, capable of launching devastating attacks and stealing sensitive information. But here's the kicker, even after years of research and countless attempts to eradicate it, Conficker is still out there. Security experts believe that millions of computers remain infected, lurking in the shadows, waiting for their moment to strike. Conficker is a stark reminder that in the world of cybersecurity, the battle never truly ends. In 2001, a new kind of digital threat emerged, one that targeted the very foundation of the internet web servers. CodeRed, a fast-spreading worm, exploited a vulnerability in Microsoft's iOS web server software, causing widespread disruption and sounding a global alarm. CodeRed wasn't interested in stealing your data or crashing your computer. It had a much bigger target in mind, the White House. The worm was programmed to launch a denial-of-service attack against the White House web server, aiming to take it offline. While the attack on the White House was eventually thwarted, CodeRed left a trail of digital destruction in its wake. Thousands of web servers were infected, defaced with the chilling message, "Hacked by Chinese." CodeRed highlighted the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to cyber attacks and the potential for widespread disruption. It was a wake-up call, demonstrating the interconnectedness of our digital world and the importance of securing every layer of the web. Let's rewind to 1999 when email was still a novelty, and the internet felt like a wild west of possibilities. It was in this digital frontier that the Melissa virus emerged, becoming one of the first viruses to spread like wildfire through email. Melissa was a master of social engineering, arriving in inboxes disguised as an important message from a friend or colleague. The email's subject line, "Important message from," with the sender's name, was all it took to pique our curiosity and trick us into clicking. Once opened, Melissa would harvest email addresses from the victim's address book and send out infected copies of itself, spreading like wildfire through corporate networks and clogging email servers around the world. Melissa caused millions of dollars in damage, disrupting businesses, overwhelming email systems, and highlighting the vulnerability of our digital lives. It was a harsh lesson in the importance of cybersecurity awareness and the need for caution in the digital age. Chapter 7, Sasser, Exploiting the Windows Weakness. In 2004, the Sasser worm burst onto the scene, exploiting a vulnerability in Windows operating systems and causing widespread chaos. Unlike its email-loving predecessors, Sasser didn't need any help from us to spread. This worm was a master of self-replication, exploiting a security flaw in Windows to automatically scan for and infect vulnerable systems over the internet. Once it infiltrated a network, Sasser would spread like a digital plague, infecting computers left and right. Infected computers would experience random shutdowns, making it difficult to work or even access important files. The Sasser worm caused major disruptions worldwide, affecting businesses, government agencies, and even airlines, grounding flights and causing travel chaos. The Sasser outbreak highlighted the critical importance of keeping software up to date with the latest security patches. It was a stark reminder that even seemingly minor vulnerabilities can have major consequences in our interconnected world. Zeus, the god of online bank robbery. Zeus is one of the most notorious banking Trojans ever created. Emerging in 2007, it targeted online banking credentials, siphoning millions. Zeus spread through phishing emails disguised as legitimate bank messages. Clicking the link downloaded the Trojan onto the victim's computer. Zeus would monitor online activity, waiting to capture banking credentials. It captured login credentials and transmitted them to attackers. Cybercriminals drained accounts, leaving victims financially devastated. Chapter 9, Stuxnet, the virus that targeted the real world. The year was 2010, and the world was about to witness a new era of cyber warfare. Stuxnet, a highly sophisticated worm, emerged to inflict physical damage in the real world. It targeted industrial control systems, managing critical infrastructure, like power grids and nuclear facilities. Stuxnet's target was Iran's nuclear program. It altered centrifuges' speeds, causing them to self-destruct while disguising its actions. Stuxnet raised alarming questions about the vulnerability of critical infrastructure. CryptoLocker, the rise of digital extortion. CryptoLocker marked a sinister turn towards digital extortion. First appearing in 2013, it held files hostage for ransom. It spread through malicious emails, encrypting valuable files. A ransom note demanded Bitcoin payment to decrypt the files. Failure to pay meant permanent data loss. CryptoLocker's impact was swift and devastating. Individuals and businesses faced paying ransom or losing data. This marked a new era of high-stakes cybercrime. And there you have it, a chilling glimpse into the world of computer viruses and the havoc they've wreaked on our digital lives. From the early days of email-borne infections to the rise of sophisticated cyber weapons and ransomware, We've seen how these malicious programs have evolved, becoming more sophisticated and more dangerous with each passing year. But the fight against these digital threats is far from over. As we become increasingly reliant on technology, the importance of cybersecurity awareness and proactive protection measures cannot be overstated. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more tech content. Stay safe online.